Hello and welcome to episode 25 of Forever Stranded. Guys, we've made some really good progress, right? We've been seeing that thing kick around. We've been seeing all of this stuff grow. We got ourselves a setup that's gaining us the titanium and things that we need from the crushed netherrack. I mean, we're really getting there. We can power through the rest of the quests very soon. And to start off today, what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade our tools here. Now you can see I've already got this set up. I'm going to take an Enderstone rod. I'm going to grab one of those out. And then I'm going to also do a magma slime sword blade and also a paper not wide guard though. That's not the one that I want. Let me make the one that I want because I'm really interested in making a long sword this time instead of one of the base swords. So let's grab that, put it in there, and then swap them out. There it is. Yeah, there we go. Paper hand guard. Then we're going to come over here and put this stuff together, and not in the right order apparently. Yeah, these two swapped. There we go. And we got ourselves a pretty decent sword. You can see 9.25 attack damage. That's a good deal better than the 6.9 we've been rocking. So let's go ahead and crack that out. And then we're also going to upgrade several things, like all of our tools up all the way. So the first thing that we got to do for this one is make ourselves one of these. This is the first upgrade kit, iron tool kit. We're going to put that on there. Boom. Boom. This is our new sword, and right now it's got 5 modifiers, right? So then we're just going to go ahead and craft the other things. So let's go ahead and we will make one of these, and that should complete a quest for us. Heck yeah. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Choice reward. Choice reward. Well, all this stuff we can make, so I'm going to take the loot chest just in case it's something awesome. And then we got to make one of the diamond ones. Yep, which is what we are planning to do. But we're going to go ahead and grab the second one of those as well. And then we'll throw down this stuff. This makes the diamond tier 1. So, boom, we'll grab that out. And then we'll take a look at that. Again, all that stuff we can make. So we are going to... Oh, we get all that. That's not a choice. This is a choice. I mean, I tell you honestly, I don't really want any of that. Yeah. I would take, if this was a single reward, I would take it. But since it's not, I guess I'll go ahead and take the emerald apples. Just so we have a nice little buff that we can throw down. And then the ender modifier, which we get a lot of good stuff there too. Soul forged steel, steel broadaxe, magma slime sapling, 3 loot chests, a double compressed diamond hammer so that we don't ever have to worry about our hammery again. But let's go ahead and make the rest of those because that is important to us. We're going to upgrade all the tools like I said. And then we'll make these. We'll grab one out first. And that's the quest done. We'll go ahead and claim that reward too. And that's another tree done. So this tree and the collector one are the only ones that we have left to do. And the collector one we are getting darn close on. If we take a look here, you can see I've got 96,000 out of a million. So we're like a tenth of the way there. So I guess close is a relative term. You never really understand how much a million is until you're trying to put stacks inside of a thing, right? Because this is taking ages, guys, and I have to keep waiting for the gravel to regenerate. I tell you honestly, if the rest of them are like that, I'm probably not going to do them. Because I don't have a lot of interest in just sitting here on the pack and waiting until I generate enough of these things to get it done. We'll see, though. We'll finish the dirt one. That I promise. We'll at least finish the dirt one and see what it's like. But okay, so we'll go ahead and crank out the rest of those. And then we're going to come here. We're going to put that in. Put that in. I can do all of them at once, maybe? Oh, I can. Okay, so just go ahead and throw all those in there. And then we'll grab that. And it can't be done again. Okay. All right. Fantastic. And then the shovel should be the only other one that needs that one. So we'll go ahead and do that. And the pickaxe just needs those two. The axe just needs those two. And there we go. We've got some fully upgraded tools here that are ready to go. On this one, we're going to leave it breakable because we really want to crank up like the damage on this one and also put looting on it. But yeah, let's empty our inventory out a little bit here, and then we will pop these loot chests. That'll be our first thing, right? So let's come up here to our system, throw back in those, the endstone. I think, I want to say, maybe down in my room. Yeah, down in my room, I've got some, boop. You served me well, sword, but you are no longer needed. Now I have the other sword that is gone. Yeah, maybe I threw it into the system. I'm gonna feel really dumb. Dong. Nope. Nope. It is not there either. What did I do with it? Did I leave it on the, Surely I didn't leave it down here. Why would I have done that? I did. I did, though. I did do that. Okay. Well, anyways, so let's head back up here. Go ahead and throw that in there, too. This we'll hold on to for now, I suppose. And then this stuff. And we'll throw this heart in there. Actually, yeah, I thought so. Boop, boop. And we have another extra life. Not that we're using them, but it's still nice to have them. I like seeing them. Okay, so first one. Two pretty decent meals. That's not terrible. Another presser, which we don't need. A single grass, which is terrible. Some compressed materials. That's something that we can use, particularly that compressed soul sand is not something to complain about. And then another Ender Dragon head, some magma cream. That's not bad. The clay's nice too because clay is something that it's not difficult to make, but it's time consuming. So I'm happy to see that. Got some more wood. This will just go ahead. I'm going to decompress this immediately and then just go ahead and throw it in there. There's lots of uses for soul sand. Compressed sand, compressed gravel, compressed dust. We're going to just feed into the system maybe, depending on what's going on here. Do I have enough compressed sand here? That both of these are full? Yep, compressed gravel too? Yep. Okay. So maybe not. Maybe not. How about over here? That's the netherrack one. Compressed gravel, compressed sand, compressed dust. Okay, yeah, they're all full. So I will just, I guess I'll just go ahead and throw these in the system. It's not like it's going to hurt anything being in there. And this Ender Dragon head, we're going to put up right there. Just on the other side for now. Yep, fantastic. All right, so then we're getting into, let's see, the moving worlds one, right? And our next one, we got to aim for one of these. And I had started messing with the saw, I think. Where is the saw? Yeah, this is the saw. This is the saw. And I was shut down completely because I needed titanium. So let me check on our titanium reserves, and then we will start cranking through those quests. So I was looking around, and I figured out what my next project is going to be, but I wanted to show you something about the town, right? So there are three main types of buildings, right? There's this dual building, kind of like, I don't know, maybe you could call that like an apartment. And then there are these big skyscrapers, and then there are these buildings that are kind of like mini factories, which is where you find all the tinker stuff, right? So I just wanted to take a look at this one real quick because we're going to adopt this one's build style for the next one. So we've got the bricks and the cracked bricks like we do in other places. We have a little stair front on a door with a big window right here. And otherwise the building's really solidly constructed, right? Because you don't want all of this stuff escaping. You don't want people looking at your engineering process or whatever's going on inside of there. Got this limestone stuff with stairs around the outside and slabs on the top. And then they've got these chimneys, right? Yeah. Fantastic. So now that we've taken a look at that, let's head back to the base. We're going to try to slap one of these down and work on a different project. Alright, and here's what we're looking at. This is the building that we're going for, that we're going to adopt and use for our next project. You can see I've got the two big long windows in the front, the doorway with the arch around it with the stairs up top, and I've also put the chimneys up top here. Now I added a little extra thing, right? I made one big chimney instead of the three smaller ones and the ones on the corners. And I've also added these Railcraft smokers into it, so that way it looks like there's gas that's pouring out of it, right? Because what we're going to use this for is power generation, actually. I figured that this was going to be a good size for it, though. And here you can see what's going on, right? We're going to finally use that that stuff that we built for the reactor, for extreme reactors. I went ahead and pre-did all the materials that we would need to do this. Now basically what this is it's going to be a big old reactor that's going to generate power for us, because we're going to need a lot of power going forward with what we're doing in the project next. Because all of the stuff for advanced rocketry requires a decent bit of power. Now, let me just make sure I got this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, fantastic. But yeah, all that stuff requires a really, really good bit of power in and of itself. So we're going to need a better power system than what we've got right now to be able to hold all this. But that's okay, because we made this stuff earlier for the reactor quest. And then I just went ahead and made more of it, so that way we would have it ready to go when we were ready to put one together. And I am now ready to do that. So it's going to be a big one. I'm looking at generating about a little over 30,000 RF a tick, or something along those lines, which will be really, really good for our needs. I don't think we need to go too much bigger than that, really, in order to accomplish our goals. I'm not even totally sure we need that much, but hey, what are we gonna do, right? We're not gonna turn down that kind of power. So let me make sure I'm doing this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That should be our size. Now you can see that I've given a lot of extra room to the top here. I'm hoping that we can put all of the stuff, the interfaces and all that junk on the top. But if we can't, we do have the ring around the outside that we can start to put stuff in, which will be fine. That should be fine. We're not worried about that stuff. And then I'm not going to worry about staring into this. Like, I didn't make any reactor glass. It's going to be all casing. And I use the calculator that's available online for big reactors, I think. But it works for extreme reactors too. So I just went ahead and used that so I could figure out exactly how much of all this stuff that I needed to craft. And hopefully it has given me the correct numbers and I have crafted the right amount of them. But yeah, basically I'm going to spend time slapping this together, and then we'll take a look at the power output together. Sound good? Sounds good. One more glimpse at this before I finish it off, right? Because I just want to show you what style we're going for. So this is our layout inside of our reactor. We've got the control rods in the center, and that's a solid 3x3. So we got 9 of those going. And then I'm laying out the cooling materials on the sides here. Unfortunately, I still don't have the liquid coolants that would be used otherwise. So I'm using blocks of lead because I don't have enough minulin, really, and that would be what I would prefer to use because it's better. But I don't have enough of it yet. I'm still working on getting all that cobalt and ardite, as you saw in previous episodes. But yeah, so this is the layout, so I'm going to finish this off. And here we go. I was able to put all the interfaces on the top, which makes me really happy because we've got plenty of room to maneuver around up here. This is going to be my control rod insertion for this one. It's 53%. And then over here you can see this is our interface. So we're going to kick this on and take a look at it. Yes, let it build up. The other thing we had to do is we had to put a capacitor bank on the redstone power interface because again the laser will not interact directly with it, so it had to be off of this thing. You can see, oh, it's shooting up so fast there. What's the actual output here? I mean, it's still spinning up, but it looks like it's going to be around like 33, which is definitely not bad. That's quite good. That's about what I was going for. And we're not using up a terrible amount of fuel. We've got a pretty good efficiency going, honestly. It's not great, but it's not terrible either. Okay, so let's go ahead and kick this up onto our system. I have definitely ran out of power over here. Stuff is starting to shut off because I turned these generators off because I wanted to just see what was going on. I had some coming in from solar power, and then it became night. But let's take a look here. We're going to go ahead and connect it to right here. So yeah, that's connected, and then we'll grab this one, and we're going to connect it. I think we should just connect it here. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, and we can see this start to fill up. I wonder why it's only collecting that amount. Oh, I guess maybe that's the buffer for the lasers. Maybe they can't transfer energy fast enough. I might have to move over and finally go ahead and make some of those dimensional receivers or transceivers. Yeah, transceivers, dimensional transceivers, which these are not easy to make. They require like all of the top tier materials and some ender crystals and some ender resonators. It's something that we definitely can do now, just not something that we have ready to go. Because yeah, I think the capacity for these is 10,000 RF a tick, and this is what we're using, subtracted from that. So we're using about 1,500 RF a tick to run all of the different machines that we are running. And I really think we would do well to go ahead and make a dimensional transceiver, at least just for the reactor, because it can output so much power. Everything else, it doesn't need to have all of the power going off of it at once, but the transceiver, or the actual reactor, generates so much power that it'll be wasted otherwise, I think. Heck, maybe we should just move over to transceivers anyways, since there's not really a reason for us not to, you know what I mean? So, let me think about that for a second. Okay, so we got our two dimensional transceivers ready to go. The recipe is normal. I don't think I said that earlier, but it is. I had to go back to the end to capture some endermen so I could make those crystals, and so I went ahead and grabbed the dragon egg as well. We'll figure out what to do with that later. So right now we're going to set this bad boy up. We're going to make a channel. Reactor POWAH. POWAH. Going to add that, and then it is going to receive on that channel. And now we're also going to do something for items. Fuel. Reactor. Fuel. There we go. And it's going to send on that channel, and we'll get to that in a minute. But what we're going to do is we're going to just use this since it has a connection. We're going to try. I think it'll just let us pull out of this tube, but I'm not 100% certain on that. We're going to try here in a second. Why wait? Why wait? In and out. It's going to insert on that. It's going to extract on. We know that pink's like our least used channel, right? And we're just going to set a filter on this here in a minute. So let's go ahead and we're going to put on items. It's going to insert on pink. Yeah, check it. And if we set a filter on that end of it, then we should be fine here, right? Because this isn't collecting. This isn't collecting anything. I think we should be fine. I'm fairly certain we should be fine. No, it might try to send. Well, yeah. If we can't use pink. We cannot use pink. I think that's one of our main ones, though. Well, we'll try it. We'll try lime. Okay. And then we'll worry about that in a minute, right? So let's go ahead. We're going to head over to. I went up two of them, didn't I? There we go. Head over here to our reactor. And what made me ultimately decide that the dimensional transceivers was going to be the way to go was that the the thing, it also needs fuel, right? So we're going to have to transfer fuel over here anyways. So we might as well do it with a dimensional transceiver as well. So we don't have to string cables all the way over to here. And then we'll just have, say, this one be the in and out. In and out. And then we'll just put stuff into here and send it back over to the system because we got to extract this the cyanide for reprocessing. And it looks like that's going good. So let's go and check. We're just going to make sure that it's not a big drain or that we are receiving power, which we are not. It is slowly losing power. I wonder why that is, because it definitely should be receiving power at this point. Well, let's do some investigating here. Is this on? Its barrier is already full, of course. Yeah, lime is one of our main ones. It is, so we can't use lime either. I think we have to, maybe we set it on this end, the receiving item filter. Maybe that'll work out for us. But for now, we just gotta turn that to disabled or extract. There we go. And then it'll pull all of that back out, maybe? No. What did it grab? It grabbed everything because it was because I was flipping through the channels, so of course it grabbed everything. Anyways, it's full of energy. Why isn't it pushing energy out? It is receiving, which is what it's supposed to do. Like, that's definitely not wrong. So why isn't it receiving stuff up above? Do I have this set wrong somehow? Always active, configure I/O, which I shouldn't need to do. Well, it worked for a second there. Why is this being so problematic? Because it definitely shouldn't be. It should just work. Oh, you know what? I wonder if maybe having it connected to that wireless charging station directly is pulling too much out of it. Let's move this for a second. And then we'll check again, as it were. I really need to be able to access this from down below. I think I'm going to have to pull one of these generators out. No? Still not doing it, huh? Okay. It's full, well, close to full. Do I have to string a cable from the thing? Surely not. Surely not. I don't have to string a cable from, because this is receiving all of the power that that's sending. So that part is good. Is it really just not able to do it on this end? There we go. Let me, I guess I'll move it down one. And then put the cable on there. Why is this not putting out power correctly? Let me, I'm going to fiddle with this for a second. Test that mic. So we're back. As it turns out, I'm just, being silly again because what was wrong is that the output over here, well, I guess the input, I don't know, this dimensional transceiver wasn't set up properly. Like, it wasn't sending power. So, yeah, just silly. But I went ahead and wired it up. So now this one is pumping out the cyanide as it comes in. This one is pumping in uranium. It's also set up to pump in uranium, so if we run out of uranium, it will start sending uranium over instead. But right now it's only got one slot, so of course it only sends in the one thing. There's a few other things, like miscellaneous stuff that I did, because I did that, and that was, I was at the end of my night. You know, I was pretty tired, so I didn't want to record right when I finished it, but I kept playing because, you know, that's how I do. So I did a few more things. Number one, I switched all of these out for the vibrant capacitor bank, so they've got, you know, the maximum size there. So they've got all the power held up for a very long time. What else did I do? I set this thing up, the blast furnace, but I mostly did it just because I want to have a symmetry here, because I don't need it. I'm probably never going to use it, but I wanted, like I said, I wanted the symmetry there. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, I maneuvered around a little bit. I went to the nether and killed stuff. I killed you know, a few withers. Oh, no, there was one more thing. Down here, I put it up as sort of like a trophy in the room, but since I had the dragon egg, I went ahead and got the extra utilities dragon egg generator, so now I've got like a lot of grid power going. This thing does 500 on its own. But yeah, that's where we're going to call this episode. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button down below. I'd really appreciate it if you did. And then also, if you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel, because there's a lot more of this coming. Well, because we got a whole tab to finish, one more, and then also the dirt. You know, at least we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna see what the other collector quests are like. But yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next episode.